Okay, so we're back for round 2. Modo decided to kick us out for some reason. Not entirely sure what went on there, but hopefully we should be able to get rocking and rolling pretty soon. Okay, so we won the arrow. We most certainly want to be on the play. This hand's pretty terrible. We've got all of our colours, but we've got nothing to do until turn 3. So I'm going to shut this one back and see if we can get a better 6. Sorry. This isn't much better, but I do like Sprinting Warbrute. We'll see if we get there. We'll give it a go. I don't really like going 5 cards unless I absolutely have to. Hopefully our opponent's on a nice slow deck and we can just get there. Okay, so they're playing blue cards. Collateral damage is not really what we wanted to see here. The reason I'm playing the second mountain is purely because I don't want to give away what deck I'm on for as long as possible. Okay, so this is the other white deck at the tip, so we need to be aware of things like pacifism. It's going to make our dash spells much better. This is probably what I do sometimes with one of these decks, that you just draw too many spells and not enough creatures. He's almost certainly not going to block with his Zephyr Scribe here. So we're going to get in for a cheeky 5 points of damage. The interesting play comes next then, so whether we just dash or whether we cast the Warbrute. Well, that's going to be determined by what our opponent does here. Hopefully our opponent's going to do nothing. Although with blue spells that's always a bit of a risk. Scoring Island, so it's not too bad. I feel like the correct line here is just to cast the Warbrute. And hope he doesn't have the removal spell. In blue-white there's not a lot that he can have. And if we see a pacifism, then that helps us too with our sideboard plans. Okay, so he wanted us to attack so he could sort of get us, as it were. That's fine. We can pacify that guy next turn. Cast Soul Summons, he's going to bounce the Warbrute, I think. Yep, no problem at all. We'll take our beats here. So I'm going to Soul Summons here, see what we can hit. That's terrible, I should have left the green mana up in case it was something good. So we sort of just want to clear his board as much as possible here. That makes our next sort of sequence of turns much better. Makes it this can't attack or block. Like our Manifest isn't going to do much. But we don't need to worry about sort of casting the collateral damage just yet. Just pass until the end of the turn. Pristine Scarlet is excellent. I'm going to get rid of this now, purely because we're not going to get to attack through this anyway, whereas our Spreading Warbrute does. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, not quite enough. I think we have to just cast the Warbrute again here and hope we can draw something good next turn. This game hasn't gone particularly well for us. Yep, all the triggers in the world. Surprised I didn't activate this in response to the trigger. The Territorial Rock does give us a turn. We can actually block the Gym Monk if we need to. That'll give us 7, 8, 9 power on board next turn. So Dash Creature gets us there. I can't see him not attacking with everything this turn. One time deck heal cut off the top. Yeah, it's fine. Your man has protection from absolutely everything. Wow, okay. Yep, we're not beating that. Let's go to game 2. So now that we've seen he has a pacifism, I'm almost certainly going to bring in the Sacrifice and Enchantment. Perhaps an advantage most definitely is coming in here. It's probably better than the Fierce Invocation. Yeah, we'll give this a go. No. Yeah, that's fine. I don't know about taking out the Soul Summons instead, but I'm quite heavy on 5 drops as it is. Okay, this hand's fine. It's really good actually. We get to lead on a Tranquil Quove. Really confuse our opponent. And we actually have the facility to go up with Shaman. Just going to dash in the heal cut here, getting a quick few points down. There's no point sitting here doing nothing. And then next turn we get to Shaman the Great Hunt, especially if our opponent doesn't make a play. And if they do, then we'll just make the heal cutter. Okay, cerberus, fine. That's one thing that's not hitting our shame with the Great Hunt. Light form, that's probably going to change our play to pacifism now. Light form can beat us really quickly. Delaying the show and bite a turn doesn't make that much of a difference. It's still going to hit like a powerhouse when it gets in. I just think we can cast a shaman and not attack here. Because it just trades his morph for it and then we get absolutely no value at all. Whereas if we wait a turn, we've got the warfare up, then he's got to be able to flip it into something insane. Let's just give him the turn to get his pacifism down then. That's fine if that happens because we still have the ferocious ability. He's going to be bouncing that to my hand. Yeah, no problem at all. Yeah, this guy's deck's really good. Okay, so that's another option for us. So we've got 6 mana. We can play this, kill off the morph by sacking this. No, we block the morph, kill off the surveyor. That seems fine. We essentially have the board right next turn if we need it. Okay, so we're playing that way. Now we've got a little bit of life to play with here if he wants to come in with everything. But I think killing off the 4-2 is viable enough to make it worth it. And it does mean that the coast's clear now. And we've got to be a little bit cautious of ultimate price, but we're not going to win by trying to play around it. So we can cast this for 4. Draconic roll this. Make it dead. And now we're significantly further ahead on board. It looks like our opponent's F6. So we're up to a 5-3, next time we get to hit for 7. We've got 8 power on the way back. Ah, and a fencer, okay. And a lotus position. So they've got double blocks. It's not good for us. So we attack here, he has to put both men in front and we get to Warflare and trade. Reset the board state. We're both at 1 card in hand, seems fine. If he just puts down a fence there, then we can have a blowout. That's exactly what we got. Again, I'm perfectly fine with that trade. Essentially just turn my Warfare into a removal spell. Okay, so it's not attacking, so it's planning on blocking with this. Which means he probably has a pump spell to make it so it does an appropriate amount of damage. Again, he has only got one card in hand. And we can make it much harder for him to do that. Has to sacrifice his light form. I get to bolster one. Attack. Probably not going to get damage through, but he has to have 2 spells now, which he can't possibly have. Yep, this game feels like we're a bit further ahead now. Though the lifetimes are still really high, I feel like my ball position is much, much better. Okay. Sure. You have one card in your hand. Is it a good one? Apparently not. Can actually activate the ability and cast a rock here. We'll activate the ability first, just in case we draw something else that we want to cast instead. Well, that's perfect for next turn. Couldn't have asked for a better draw. I think our opponent's going to be a little bit confused when we drop Dramoka, although I don't even think we need to. We can certainly wait till post-combat. Doesn't seem to have anything. Yeah, I'm going to show him the Dramoka, why not? Looks like fun. Let's play the win more card. Yep, perfect. So yeah, I don't think there's anything we really want to change on the draw for the deck. The Absalom advantage seems really good when he's playing light form as well. Maybe the Orator of Urgentide just stops us taking some damage in the air. It may just be better than the collateral damage here. Let's give that a go. We have got a dragon in the deck, so we could maybe draw a card. This is probably too slow. Yeah, I'm going to take a mulligan on this, it just doesn't do enough. This is much, much better. It's turn 2 get the rock into play, turn 3 summons, or the other way around depending how we feel. It's definitely the way we want to go. Then it's going to be with going summons. We get as much damage on turn 3 as we can. What do we get? What do we get? Do we get something good? Oh, we're going to remove a spell. That's not good. Never mind. Sandcrafter Mage is fine, but I think we want to be heel cuttering here. This gets us 5 points of damage and we're basically putting him on a 4-turn clock. You cannot block, sir. And then next turn we've got Pacifism and Territorial Rock if we need to, or we can cast the Heel Cutter, be really sort of mana efficient and try and get through that way. We've got a few different sort of options. He's trying to draw into something, I don't know what he's trying to draw to. This has certainly been much grindier than round 1 was, that's for sure. I mean, this guy's tech seems really cool. Even if he is playing some strange cards. Okay, so it figures the Heel Cut is just going to stop him blocking anyway. Which is fair enough, because it probably is. I think we probably take the opportunity here to get the Sandcraft Mage down. I'll put the Bolster on the Manifest. He's going for more damage next turn. We've got a blocker that could block his Zephyr Scribe, stops him attacking. Which seems like the correct line. We want to hold this up as well so he thinks we've got something we can sacrifice. Question is, which do we bolster? Doesn't really make any difference, they're both 2/2s. Then next time we can still pacify something, we can rock, we can dash Heel Cutter. We leave ourselves on most possible lines by making this play here. Means we can almost certainly, well, we are definitely going to be casting 2 spells next turn one way or another. That's fine. That's not going to be able to attack or block, sir. Yep, you're going to gain a bit of life off of it, but we don't really care because we're just going to beat you in the face. You, sir, shall not block. Then next turn we can cast the Heel Cutter and we can cast the Territorial Rock. So when we're casting 2 spells a turn, it just feels like we're getting so far ahead of our opponent. We really don't care about this. And we pacified his big bomb, we're more than happy about that. Okay, so he gets another big bomb. This makes things a little bit more difficult. It means he's going to be able to block the Heel Cut with his Zephyr Scribe. One, two, three, and we can morph. Perfect. So what do we get here? We get 3, 6, we get 8 points of damage, so we put him to 2, back up to 4. But then we have 3 creatures in play and he has 2 blockers. 1 blocker unless he makes one. This seems fine. And he also can't make this pro red this turn, so we're definitely going to get to stop it from blocking. This might just about be enough damage to make it so that we're lethal next turn. Yep. So our opponent needs to make 2 creatures this turn, or find a way to gain some life, which I do have the bolster for. And of course, yeah, they block the 3 damage, so they only go to 7. That's fine. Yep, they made another blocker. Okay. Sure, your man resolves. This is really cool with rebound spells. This is 5, 2, 4, 6, so we do want to play the land. So what do we lose here? We lose this. This we cannot force the trade. Maybe just play the rock here and pass. It's really awkward. I mean, as soon as we hit Warflayer, then we should just win. Wait, is this 4 toughness? Oh, this would have traded. Okay, we're now for next turn. I thought this was a 6/6, but apparently not. So what do we take? We take 8 here, 10 the turn after. This is going to be a Gurmag Crown. Oh, Tasiga, okay. We can deal with Tasiga. Just going to take the hit here. Okay, so we're just going to make an army of men. That's fine. We have nothing that trades with Tasiga at the minute. No reason to attack. Bad thing is that our opponent now gets to do this. Jesus, some Scotch region would have had us way dead by now. Yep, activating Tasiga. Sure. Choose a non-land card. Ugh. You may have enduring victory, sir. We can sort of play around that a little bit. This is still our turn. We can still draw something here, and then we still have blockers up the next turn. We are taking 4 in the air next turn either way. So, how do we lose this game? We attack with this and we lose the game. If he has any way to deal with this, which he does, he has enduring victory. This just becomes a 4/5. Okay, we don't lose it attacking like this. the end of the world. Yep, what's the pacifism I'm targeting? Yeah, he's got us. Alright, so we're really close. I'm not entirely sure what we could have done sort of differently. I'm sure when I watch this pack later on I'll find quite a bit, but yep, definitely looks like our opponent got us there. So we'll be back shortly for game 3, or round 3 even.